welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Mania. And today, we have the second of the Present Toys Ghost Hunting Squad. We have Ray Stantz, the man who sold his home to fund a project that probably should have cost a lot more money than the cost of Ray's home. But who am I to judge math and science? I'm not the scientist. I didn't make a cyclotron to go fit on somebody's back. I didn't make proton beams that could wrap around an ectoplasmic creature. I'm just the guy who spent money on a 6-scale figure of the guy who spent all of his money to fund the Ghostbusters thing, until the most recent one where Ernie Hudson is. It's a whole thing. But here's the box. Just like the last one, it's pretty much the same exact thing. It says Stantz right on it. Ghost Hunting Squad right on the top. Ghostbusters logo. The whole shebang, shaboong. What we want, obviously, is on the inside. So why don't we rip this box open like a savage animal who hasn't eaten in days and take a look at Ray's. So here we have him on the spinning turntable, and if you watched the previous one, you notice I now have the lights on this guy. Figured it out. You have to separate the backpack from the back piece. I'll show you that in the next part of the video. But it takes 2 CR, 3032s, I believe. You just got to make sure that you close it all the way. I was sitting there struggling forever because I wasn't closing it all the way. But those lights look super cool, and we'll talk about that again in the next little bit. But Ray here does look good. Just like with Egon, I'm seeing a lot more goodness in the main sculpt rather than the alt sculpt. But for the most part, everything is looking pretty spiff and dandy. I cannot wait to have these guys side by side so I can see just how good they look together. But first, we have to take Ray off of the spinning turntable and talk about him and all of his fun goodies, of which there are less than there should be. So, just like with, Egon, Mr. Aykroyd here comes with his proton pack, which looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. We've got some nice warning labels all over. We've got this little piece, which, again, has bent its way. And very carefully, I'm going to bend it back, because it is a delicate piece. Integral to the ghost-busting piece. Integral to the ghost-busting technology there. This one hanging, annoying little thing. We got our rainbow ribbons, which look nice. Our red cables going all along the sides. And now we finally have the working lights. So this button right here will activate your lights, which will then activate the cyclotron and power it up. And there is no noise, but I can do it for you. So it also activates the light on the Neutrona wand there. It's not as bright, but you can kind of see there is a bit of a light there. It's a kind of a fun one. I wish it was more of like a... because these are fun moving effects. This looks awesome. The way the blue lights up and the way the red cycles around is really nice. And to get to that light form, you do just need to pop the back off here. Small little screwdriver, 2 CR3032s or whatever. 3032 or 2032, something along those lines. I can't remember. I will put a picture somewhere. And then you're Humphrey. Because then you get these awesome, awesome lights, which I've now retroactively gone back and added to Egon. But just like with Egon, the Neutrona wand also looks really nice. This one actually has the cable attached, so bonus points. It's not broken. There is just like a little sticker there to show the power meter, but all the buttons seem to be there. Switches and labels. We got a little scuffing on that side. And just like with the other one, you can flip it up, and I wish it was more of a slide rail, but you just kind of connect it and it should sit in place. Along with that, just like with Egon, we got the beam. So you could beam, and it connects just like the regular one. So you just take it, find the right angle, and you slide it over. Right as rain. Looks good to me. And last but not least, we have our secondary sculpt. Now, Ray here didn't get a scared sculpt. Everyone else got a screaming sculpt. Ray got a, slightly agape mouth, which you'd go, oh my God, Ray must be fearless. No, it's because he has a problem. Ray has a nicotine addiction that must be solved with cigarettes. So Ray comes with his iconic cigarette, which is cool and all, but this look doesn't make any sense unless he had the goggles or a ghost trap, of which he comes with neither. I'm currently trying to procure one in both for this guy, because Ray feels so empty without it. Because, I got cigarette look here, which is okay at best. It does not look the best. It's got like a slightly open mouth. It doesn't... I'm not quite feeling the Aykroyd from this sculpt. But again, I'd probably feel a lot happier if I got goggles on his head and if I had a ghost trap maybe in his hands. I think that would do wonders for a figure like this. But if you ever wonders what a figure like this looks like up close, here we go. So we do have a soft but alright likeness of Dan Aykroyd here. You can see his hair is a weird shape. He's got like a bush coming out the front there, whereas everything else is staying where it receded and is still there. The face itself looks great from certain angles, like here per se. You could definitely see some more Dan than up front, which is okay. But it does kind of look like any random schmo you'd run into in New York City, which in this movie, he is kind of any random schmo you would run into in New York City. So I guess points, but still it's not quite to the likeness that it could be. It's a little soft, which again, I believe these are recast off of Blitzway, so that would make sense as to why it's a little soft. But still, the sculpt, I feel like, is almost there. What I don't like is the hair, because it all kind of like melts into itself. So it's got like this gooey feeling. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but I don't feel like there's any hair definition. It almost feels animated. Like, I feel like this is the same hair, kind of same feeling I have with like Captain Carter from What If. It just feels like one kind of mass. It doesn't feel like hair, which I get. It's harder with black hair because it's all kind of like darker, so there's no real definition to it as much as like lighter hairs, I would say. But still, it feels a little off. Other than that, we have our normal ghost-busting suit. Ray's is a little bit more open than Egon. Egon is, pristine. He's clean. Ray is a little bit more loose. He's lax. He gets a little sloppy from ghosts in the middle of the night. Those are the kinds of things that Ray's kind of doing. And just like Egon, he's got a very nice looking suit. He is a little bit bigger because Ray in the movie is a little bit bigger. Egon's a little bit more lanky, so it makes sense. So you can see a bit more of this black here, or the undershirt, which is nice. I do like that there's slight little variations to these guys that'll help you, even just, silhouette-wise, help you see the standouts. You can see the stands there on his breastplate thing. In all, pretty good jumpsuit. We got our Ghostbusters logo on that side. Obviously, we've got a nice pocket thing, for his pens on that side. Pretty good stuff. We do have the belt. The belt for me on this one came not disassembled. It came like just off. It like fell off. It fell apart. It is just an easy click and attach. If you have any of them, you can use them as an example to kind of see what you could be doing differently. Obviously, I forgot to point out, but he also has a radio just like Egon. It is just clicked right into the belt when you get him. So it is easy to forget that it's there. But it is indeed there. The only one I will be having holding a radio will be Venkman for the getting slimed scene, because obviously iconic Peter Venkman scene. of him getting slimed by Slimer, their trusty companion. And on this side, we have the Gizmo Doodad, which is also fun. Lower down, we have our pants, which have the tube of curliness, which I've curled around the doodad and kind of just jammed around his pants. I think I've done an all right job at kind of containing the tube, so it doesn't look as messy as it did with Egon. And then from there, we do just have regular pants and those same boots that Egon has, all one piece, straightforward. Not much else you can do with that. So, solid, not perfect, missing accessories that are desperately needed, especially for the price point. I got more for less with like Ghost Rider per se. Just the fact that they couldn't, I don't know, recast the Ecto goggles or get a ghost trap. Awful. And I'm going to keep saying it because I feel like I'm being robbed. Like, I feel like essential accessories are missing. Like, I could understand it. You know, Egon doesn't get a Twinkie because it's a one-off sentence. That's fine. But something like Ray missing a part of his character from the movie, especially if you're going to try to give him the look where he's missing the thing, it annoys me. But let's try to remedy that feeling of annoyance by bringing out Egon and finally having two Ghostbusters stand next to each other. Been waiting long enough, like 2 years long enough, so let's see how they look. So here we have Egon and Ray. Obviously, Egon slightly taller than Ray. He is, like I said, a little lankier, bigger-headed, bigger-brained. I do need to fix Egon because his shirt is low and it's annoying me because I can see his neck. But also, the way they did this swap-out head thing really is foolish because the heads keep falling off. They're not secure enough. And it's really annoying me. But what can you do? I didn't design the damn thing, you know? So I can't really judge. I can just fix it and accept it. But with 2 Ghostbusters out of 4, I am happy so far. They're looking really good. And I can't wait to get the other 2 and see if the whole team can look good enough where I feel like I'm not obliged to spend an exorbitant amount of money on the Blitzway ones, which are coming out really, really soon here. Or at least they're going out for pre-order. But I don't know. It's making it sound like it's limited, so we're not really sure. But what I am sure of is the fact that 2 out of 4 Ghostbusters are now in my collection. Hopefully those other 2 show up really soon because I just want them all. I think I waited long enough. So let's hope that happens really shortly here. But let's take Egon back out to the firehouse and see how well Ray can articulate. So, life ending 360 degrees up. Yeah. So with backpack, arm goes up that far. Ooh, that was up that far. Back that far. You do get some crunch action there, which is always nice. You get some spread action. You get some leg up action, but not too far. You get some leg back action, which is none. Knee bends like a knee bend should. And the ankle is pretty much stuck there for the rest of time. But I mean, Ray's not doing much action moves. He's pretty much just going to hold his ghost busting equipment and try not to lose his head. Why don't we take Ray here to the end of the video so I can get him back on a stand so he can stand without being unhappy. So for the most part, Ray, looks the part. He gets what he needs to, almost. and he looks enough like himself, or I don't feel like I'm wasting my time calling him Ray Stantz. He does look enough like Dan Aykroyd where I can be comfortably happy with it. It's not perfect, which is, like I said, Present Toys things. Present Toys has never made a perfect head sculpt, as I have learned. But it's good enough where I feel like I can put them all together and I can be happy, especially once I get all four, because, everybody will walk by, they'll go, oh my god, the Ghostbusters, and they'll know. It's not like you're not going to know who this is. It's not like I'm showing you a figure that looks vaguely like what it's supposed to be. It does look like who he's supposed to. It does look good enough where I'm happy to say I have Ray Stantz. So thank you, Present Toys, for making the opportunity for me to get Ghostbusters before Blitzway decided to reissue, which is a weird one because I don't think Blitzway has ever reissued anything in their life. But thank you, Present Toys, for giving me the opportunity to get all these Ghostbusters. I'm glad we're finally at the point where we have them, because, that was so early on when I was making YouTube shorts for figure pre-orders that I don't even think I was doing them the way I format them now anymore. So, it's been like 2 years. I can't believe it. It's crazy. And now we have them, and now they're here, and I'm making YouTube videos. Isn't that... wow. How time flies. But, if you've picked up this Ray or Egon, or if you're picking up Peter or Winston, please feel free to let me know what you're picking up, who you're picking up, if you're picking up all of them or one of them. I saw somebody say they're picking up everybody but Winston, because they feel like he's not really a character in the movie anyway, to which I say, that's foolish of you. All or nothing. Winston is just as much a part of the team as anybody else, so you better, whoever you are, you better go and pick up that Winston, buddy. Racist. That's what I have to say. You're racist. But yeah, I'm happy. I hope that if you're picking this guy up, that you're happy too. I'm hoping that I could help you with that battery situation, since it took me forever to figure it out. And I'm hoping that you enjoy the Ghostbusters. I'm hoping you enjoy these videos as well. And if you do enjoy them, feel free to like and subscribe, because the channel's been doing really, really nice recently. And I'd love to keep that momentum up, because we've got a lot of fun stuff going on, especially this week. I got a fun one today. I got a fun one later this week. Got to keep that train rolling as long as possible and keep having fun until, I don't know, we're not having fun anymore. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6 scale figure review. Hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.